Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ancestor Oracle. I am Leisha, and this is a soul session. This is part three with Andre Harrell, but his energy is coming through like never before. So I've been listening to the MTV Uptown Unplugged that came out, I think, I want to say 93 ish. It'll probably into 92, 93, or whatever. And it took me right back to that spot and right back to the stuff that like I used to sing when I had this CD. So I went to go get I have all these old loose CDs. So I went to go get all my old loose CDs to find that particular one. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to look on Spotify and see if I can find it. So I found it and played it. And like, yeah, this Mary verse, I used to sing this over and over and over in my room. Go, Mary J, go. And it's not like I'm not gonna sing it right now, because, like I said, you couldn't tell me nothing about Uptown when I was 12. Baby, you can't go wrong. Uptown, where you belong. I can help you find yourself. 'Cause all you need is Uptown. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Don't you wanna come with me uptown? Take my hand and follow me. Let's go to uptown. She like killed that verse. I used to sing that over and over. So welcome to Uptown. That's your intro to Andre Harrell Part 3, whose head isn't buried, whose soul is like free. He's like, I have arrived. I have arrived. He just wants me to play this while he's, here. And he's not the only one who's here. So I've been connected with his energy for the last week, as well as Kim Porter. So Kim Porter came through first. Then Andre Harrell came through with Kim Porter, which brought Heavy D and that whole Uptown MCA Motown crew, like all together. And then on top of that, I'm going to pause this. On top of that, I go to my dad's house and find an old Vibe magazine from like I think it was 97 or whatever. And I know it was mine because there's missing pages out of it. That means I had like posters on the wall. So I'm looking through it, and there is an article in there about how Andre Harrell is going to, out of all the magazines I grabbed that one. Opened it right up to the page where it says Andre Harrell is going, what was it? Leaving Uptown and going to Motown. This is before he, left Uptown and went to Motown, which he said was a horrible, horrible deal. Horrible deal. He was being set up from the get up, is what he said. Set up from the get up. Uptown was making an extreme amount of money and went on to make an extreme amount of money, which was still paying the pocket of this billionaire record executive or entertainment executive. His name is, he's like, don't say his name. Okay. His name starts with an A. It's kind of a woman's name, but he's a French record executive billionaire. Anyway, that had a lot to do with the contracts, all the contracts, the soul contracts. It's always about money, always about money. And when I looked up this person online, his name is Avian, I think is how it was spelled. Avian, then the last name starts with an L, so you can look it up. Avian, yeah, I think it's Avian, something like that. But a big, huge French record executive or whatever, um, yeah, had already sold his. Man, they do like these contracts are literally signed in blood, like literally signed in blood. It's so crazy how. And it's like when he shows me, it's like like a typical John Hancock, but you're signature, and it's in red, dripping red. But he's able to speak like a man and talk about it now. Before he wasn't. He was like this in his head, and like I couldn't talk about it. He's like, now I can talk about it because everything, there's just too much that's going to come out. That's coming out. That's going to come out. There's a lot of he said, like he said before, a lot of truths being told, and a lot of misinformation. And now he says he would like the beautiful Kim to speak. She would like to speak. First of all, she's like, thank you. She has a really kind, but um, not like she's goofy, but like a very jovial spirit. Jovial, is that how you spell it? Jovial. Jovial spirit. Like her energy feels like that. And the first thing she does is thank me. And she's just like hugging and kissing all babies, all her kids, all the kids, all the babies. The twins are still being kind of sheltered, so they're not understanding as much. But Quincy is having a hard time with it because he's been learning more truths from his father. And so Quincy's having a hard time with it. And I don't know if Quincy was to ever watch this video. It's not your fault. His mother is like, it's not your fault. You're a child. Decisions were being made for you before you were even able to walk, is what she's saying. So, as the decisions are maybe made for all babies, she's like, that sounds really like airhead modelish. But she's like, but I'm not an airhead. I'm actually very intelligent. I don't know anything about her. So she's like, no, I'm not an airhead. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm no dummy. I was not sick, and I did not have pneumonia. And she's like, and I repeat that. I was not sick, and I did not have pneumonia. And I'm having like a chest pain, like right here, dead in the middle of my chest. What letter is this? G. Um, right, like something. She said something was placed into her lungs. Something was placed in her lungs. I don't know if they used like a needle or, oh, okay. So this is gonna sound really crazy. So something was placed in her implant, in her breast implant, in her right breast implant. She's like trying to show me, and I'm kind of like, excuse me. Yeah, but on her, yeah, her right breast implant. She went in to have, because she said she got those, oh, I'm getting chills. She said she had got those at a young age, so some things needed to be adjusted, and after having children, things needed to be adjusted. She's like, so I went in to get things adjusted, and I'd always complained about it, and Sean insisted on paying for it, and insisted on paying for it because nothing but the best for the one who holds all his secrets. That's what she's saying. Nothing but the best for the one who held all his secrets. So she's like, whatever they placed in my chest, and I still don't know, in my breast, not my chest, in my breast, and she's like, and I still don't know what it is. Was like a ticking time bomb almost. Oh my gosh. She's like, it's like a ticking time bomb. She goes, that was like a ticking time bomb. I was like a ticking time bomb. I was tired of, this is what she shows me. It's like she's like covering her mouth. It's like I was tired of the silence. Just too many people, you know. It's always fun until it's not fun. It's always fun until it's not fun. And she's like, and he got out of hand and he knew it. But everything was already, she's like, that's when things were just, he was trying to tighten everything up. And she showed me like a rope. It's like there's a tug of war and it's broke in the middle. Like there's some on this side and there's some on that side. And he's in the middle trying to swim. There's some muddy shit. Some really, it's not that important to be famous. It's really not. And she's like, it's not worth your dignity, is what she's saying. Your dignity. Not worth the dignity. But yes, all the foul play suspected by her family, those closest to her. And she's like, and hell, even people that were fans of me. The foul play that is suspected is absolutely correct. Did not die of pneumonia at all. She's like, thank you. Kind of like does a bow and her energies. And I'm kind of in my head like, you impressing me all week and that's all you want to get out? So her message to her babies is the most important. To her son, Quincy, not her fault. It's not his fault. Nothing, none of it is his fault. Stand your ground. She's like, stand your ground, baby. Stand your ground. None of this is your fault. Ow, none of this. She said, you already know, and that'll be a different conversation. That's for Al, which I'm guessing is I'll Be Sure, because she just showed me the record, the album, the one that has Night and Day on it, where he has that Cosby sweater on. So, yeah, I'll Be Sure. It's like, so him and Quincy are dealing with some stuff right now, and people really want them to be quiet. She's like, but don't give in to the fear. If you feel like you need to speak, or anybody, don't give in to fear. If you feel like you need to speak or something's not right, speak up. Speak up. And she's like, no, really, that's it. So that was Kim Porter. Andre is saying, telling me that him and Kim were really, really good friends before she even met Puff. And he was like, her and I were very close. And he's like, and I always allowed her to speak from her own authenticity. He's like, I always wanted all my artists to speak from their own authenticity. And he feels like he sees that he allowed through Puff and other means allow that vision to get away, like after a while. He's like, after a while, you're a different person, and all you see is the money. And that's his biggest regret. Okay, so I'm going to end that here. Because I thought, of course, that was going to be another, like, Andre Uptown thing. And he was just like, no, we're over here kicking it. And he's like, yeah, no, they're, like, seriously out of... One of them, it was like they were trying to get him to get to where they were. And now he's there. And he's like, he's DJing. And he was like, yeah, you're just feeling the energy, feeling the flow. And that's what I got. So I hope this helps put anybody at ease, or anybody that could get that to her children, a message to her children. So it will be much appreciated. And yeah, I will be back with probably later with some. I'm not sure who's gonna come through. I'm still kind of tripping on. Like he showed up, but it was like a big, huge thing, and then just for her to come through and speak, and then she left. Then he came and closed it, and now they're both gone. So, welcome to my life. All right, y'all. Hope that was enjoyable. Thanks for watching. Bye.